Hey guys, Lorna2 here, and today we're gonna be doing a new what if, and this is what if I was isekai to My Hero Academia, and we're gonna start off where, well, yeah, I push a little girl out of the way from a truck that is moving way too fast, and well, yeah, I die. But then I find myself floating in midair, like I find myself floating in darkness, and I hear a voice that pretty much echoes. It's like, Natsu, your time is not up yet. And yeah, and I turn around, and some type of force allows me to turn around, and I see the god of all my of my multiverse, of my what if multiverse. And I have this version of me has no idea who this is, so yeah. But I feel like this is like an entity or something. And yeah. And I would have asked, what do you mean it's not my time yet? And yeah, he'd be like, and the god of the multiverse, of my multiverse would have been like, it is not your time yet. So I will send you to another universe. And as a gift. And as a power for you. Before you go to that universe. I would see him just create something out of his palm of his hand and push it towards me. It would go into my chest, and the name of this power would immediately pop into my head. Weather control. Or, well, yeah, pretty much just. Basically, I can control, and yeah, the god of the multiverse would tell me what I can do with this power. Because yeah, I would have been like, what is this? And yeah, the god would have been like, this is the power I give you. It gives you the power to control anything that the earth that was ever anything that can be created by the earth. Earthquakes, tornadoes, hurricanes, lightning bolts, you name it. And yeah, that would also include wind and fire. So yeah, I can just control. So my character can control hurricanes, tsunamis, thunderstorms, fire, wind, earthquakes, earth. Yeah, pretty much all that. And yeah, then I would ask him, so where's the look? So what universe are you sending me to? I should at least know. And yeah, and the god would have been like, you are being sent to the world of My Hero Academia. A world where powers called quirks exist. Where 80% of the population have these quirks, but the rest are quirkless. And yeah, then he would just. And then the god would have been like, oh, I almost forgot. And then he would snap his fingers, and a very tiny part of the god's energy would go into me. And yeah, I'd feel my body just completely feel at its youngest. Well, it feels like that I'm at my prime. And yeah, but I would still actually, by the time we get to the canon, well, to the beginning of the My Hero Academia story, this is what I'll look like. But I am no hero. I am a hero like the old times were. a hero of old times. Here's yet. I will kill if I must. But if I don't, I won't. So yeah, the god would have also told, then the god would have said, I've made it so you are immortal in whoever you choose in your next life in the world I sent you to be your lover. You could make them immortal as well. And yeah, I would have been like, thank you. But what do I call you? And yeah, like, just don't call me anything. You will not see me for a very long. I will intend you seeing me. Sorry about that. Anyway, yeah. The god of the multiverse was said, I don't think you'll see me for a while. But now, I will put you at the very beginning of Quirks. When the first Quirk came to life. And yeah, I would have been like, thank you, but tell me how do I control my power? And yeah, and the god would have just pat me on the forehead. And yeah, the god of the multiverse was like, I almost forgot. Thank you for reminding me. And then he would tap me on my forehead and give me the knowledge that I need to be able to control my power, not actually give me full control for it. And yeah, I would have been like, thank you. And yeah, the god would be like, no. And then he would open a portal to My Hero Academia world right behind me. And like, off you go. And he would do just move his hand a little bit, and my body would go straight through the portal. And before the portal closed, the god sent knowledge to me, so I know more than enough about this world. Even before Quarks, even like all the way up, I pretty much know everything about this world. It was pretty close to mine, but now there are Quarks are gonna start appearing everywhere. And yeah, like, thank you. And I would say thank you to him before the portal would close. And I would land on a mountain and start going to a city. And also God made sure to put a birth certificate into the history of, the computers and files of every person there. But there's very little known about me with any info. So yeah. All they know is that I exist. Not how I look or anything like that. Age, physical attribute, anything. So yeah, I would just I would head to a city. And yeah, since in the life I had before I died, I had a good amount of money, and then God put it and it helped me in this. Just helped me with a few things. First, giving me a birth certificate in this world, and letting me keep my money and putting it and keeping it with me. or actually just making a bank account. Well, actually, no. Just have. Well, actually, yeah, a banking account that has my name on it and has all my money in it. Which I have enough money. Which I had enough money to last me a lifetime. So, yeah. My dude is good to go. And, yeah, when I get into the city, I go to the bank because, yeah, God also gave me the knowledge that I have a birth certificate in this world and my old bank account in this world as well. So I was grateful for that. So I went to the bank and drew out some money from the bank. Enough to where I could buy a house and start living. And right now I was 16. And my body would stop aging at the age of 20. So yeah. And I would get a normal job. A normal high-ranking job. Well, actually, no. I would just start training my body to get stronger and to train my power. Now we time skip. Many centuries have passed. I know of One for All because I've seen everything that happened with All for One and all the One for All users. And I overheard all the secrets from All for One and the One for All users. And when we get to when Izuku is born, this time, and also I'm making you a college in this one, so yeah. And my character knows all the heroes, even the ones that have very little detail towards the public. And yeah. And when we see when Izuku is 4, we'll see a villain attack happen. If we get to my perspective when Izuku is 4, and we would see me floating in the air at the top of the mountain, just meditating, focusing only on my powers and my surroundings. And over the centuries, my senses have increased drastically. And I start hearing explosions coming from the city. And I open my eyes. It's like, well, it's been a while, but I'll help. And I would use my powers. I would use my control over wind to make me go faster to fly and make me go faster and make it to the city. And I would see heroes one hero in a train that was patrolling with their ancient, the leader of the ancient she was working at. And yeah, I would see a yellow haired kid and a green haired kid, and I would be like, damn it. Yeah, then I would see the villain and I would see the villain, and it kind of looked like and it didn't look like a human being at all. In fact, it looked undead. And I realized what it was. It was something that All For One and his daughter were talking about. And yeah, remember how I said my hearing increased over the centuries? Yeah, this is a experiment. This is a test run for those things that I've heard from them. And I heard them call it no moves. So yeah, I was like, damn it. And yeah, I would quickly just drop down. And I would have this, and yeah, I would have activated one of my bracelets. Well, one of I would have activated one of these, and this would, and nano machines would start spreading around my entire body. Then the rest of them would go back into the bracelet, would finish making would then make my cape, and I would look like this. And I would just drop down from a roof, and pretty much just start doing a lot of front flips, and then punched one, and then was straight into the head, just making it just squish upon itself. And yeah, we would see a blue haired boy with a lot of hands on him, like unfair, being and standing right next to him would be a purple misty man with some type of metal collar on his neck, around his neck. And yeah, you're like, who is that? Because yeah, All For One and Kirigiri have no idea who I am. And yeah, I would look back and be like, you're right. And we would see a third year Mount Lady. And yeah, this is when and by the time, and yeah, no, she would be in, let's just say she's first year. Yeah, she's a first year. And yeah, she's like, yeah, I'm fine. And yeah, Zugu like, I would just smile and be like, well, I would smile and be like, that's good. Now, and I would turn around real quick and lend her a hand, and she would grab it, and I'll pull her out and be like, now, let's finish off these things. And I would get into my stance. And it would pretty much be a mix of every single martial arts put together. Pretty much like Batman. And then I'll just start dashing straight towards the Nomus. And punch one of them right at the jaw, breaking it in half. Breaking the jaw, just making it snap off the Nomu. the jaw snapping off of the Nomu. I'd punch it straight in the stomach. And All Might would get there, and he would see me. And I would look at him and be like, hey, All Might, catch. I'd kick it straight towards All Might. And All Might would punch it straight in. All Might would grab it by its head. And then I would be like, All Might, I believe these aren't alive. After all, it didn't react when I punched it straight in the jaw, and I heard the jaw pops, and it didn't even react to it. So it must be dead. And All Might would be like, thank you, whoever you are. And and I would just jump right beside him and be like, you're welcome, number 8. And All Might's eyes would widen because he's an 8 one-for-all user. And I would just punch another Nomu with even more strength than before because I was only using 5% of my true strength when I punched the Nomu in the jaw. But this time I used 10% of my true power, punching it through a building. And I was just like, ha! And I would just be jumping a little bit. I was like, whew. Dang, that metal's hard. And there was like a little bit of smoke coming from my hands, from how powerful my punch was. All Might would be like, who is this? And I'd be like, then I would lower myself down into a lower stance. And you're like, well, if they're mindless, let's try this. And I would just leap at them and start doing a cat-like, a fighting style of a dog movement fighting. Just pop, and then I would just pop, just make one of the Nomu's heads just fly off. And some of the Nomu's body would just immediately just go straight for the head of the Nomu and bring it back onto it and fix it. And all my anime would see this, and I'd be like, okay, that's definitely not alive. Well, since it's not alive, I know I can definitely use more power than this. All Might would be thinking, he has more power, and then I would just get into a more serious stance, and like, now let's go. I would immediately start using 25%. And I would be like, Dragon Claw, and just slash straight through a Nomu's head, killing it instantly. And I would, All Might would be fighting beside me, with him using 60% of his power. Because, I'm far stronger than him. He'd be like, who are you? And All Might would have asked that while fighting in the Nomus with me. And I'd be like, I don't believe anyone knows of me, but the name's Netsu. It is pretty close to another person's name, but a little bit different, if I so say so myself. And yeah, all my like, yeah, it is pretty close to Nezzy's name, but why? And yeah, I would just be like, well, let's finish these off first, then we can talk. And yeah, then a little bit later, we would finish it off, and I would get a quick, and I would look up immediately and see a blue-haired kid with a purple misty person. You know, I'd be like, you're not getting away. And I would see them, and I would see the purple mist person making a portal. I'm like, I'd be like, nope, you're not getting away. And when it would start, well, no, I would just make a dragon claw. And be like, I'd be ready to slash at them. But then I would miss. And I'd be like, shit. Because, yeah, I missed them. Yeah, I'd land on the other side of where they were standing and be like, damn it. I missed. Second time I missed someone with that attack. And yet then Omelette would land right next to me. Well then I'd be thinking, now, let's check on the lady. And I would just jump backwards and start doing backflips. And I'd land right next to her. And like, and she was helping us. Even though a little, but still helping us. Fighting a Nomu and making sure civilians are safe. And yeah, and we see a yellow-haired kid and a green-haired kid with green eyes being amazed because they were there, and they were protected by Mount Lady. And yeah, I would see the little boy with green hair being even more amazed. And yeah, I just look at Mount Lady and be like, hopefully he didn't get hurt. And yeah, Mount Lady actually looking at me now, fully, like, would be blushing and she would, yeah, I'm fine. And yeah, I would immediately realize I'm making her blush. May as well. And yeah, he was like, so, can I have your name? Well, I hold her hand out to her because she's on her knees making sure the civilians were safe. And yeah, and she would grab my hand and I would pull it up and then she would say her name, which is, and she would say her name, which is Takayama. And I would be like, well, maybe later this week you want to go out for a cup of tea, a cup of coffee, maybe? And yeah, she'll like, sure. And yeah, then I'm like, now, before that, I would kneel before the two kids and be like, are you two alright? And yeah, Bakyokonski, the yellow haired kid with red eyes, was like, yeah. And yeah, Zuku with Zuku Midoriya, which was the one with green hair and green eyes, would be like, yeah, that was so cool. And yeah, I would just chuckle a little bit, like, and I'd just ruffle his hair a little bit and be like, looks like we have a hero nerd here, with a warm smile on my face that could warm anyone's heart. And yeah. And then I was like, well, well, see you around. And I would just walk toward, and I would just start walking away. And then All Might would like, sir, I did ask for your name earlier. What is it? No, actually, wait, no, All Might. Well, I said that because I already told him. And yeah, Tsuku. Yeah, then I would have been like, so. Actually, All Might would have asked me to come with him to a private area, and yeah, I'd be like, why not? I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do have some questions, and I'll answer what I can. And both me and All Might would jump off, and we would reach his little apartment. Well, his house. And yeah, I'm gonna be like, now, how do you know of One for All? And he would ask that immediately as soon as I walked into that. We both walked into his household, and like, all right. First, I'll ask you this: how many? First, I'll ask you this: who is the create? Who? What is the sole purpose of One for All? Yeah, that's the one thing Izuku does not. I do not know the purpose of One for All, and yeah, All Might would told me to defeat All for One, and like, that man. I've heard of him. Sadly, I haven't encountered him, but and if I did encounter him in this person in the past, they would, and I would have given a serious and cold face. They already would have been dead. And yeah, All Might would be like, "Are you a villain?" And like, no. Now, I'll tell you this. Or should I say, Toshinori Yagi. And yeah, All Might is more shocked about this, and you're like, how do you know that? And I would kind of off and be like, I've been around way longer than any user of One for All. I've been here since the beginning of Quarks. And yeah, All Might would be shocked by this. How old are you? Like, I stopped counting after the second generation of Quarks. And yeah, All Might would be like, so, you're that old? And like, yes. And over the centuries, my senses have increased in power. So even if I'm very far away, I could still hear any conversation anyone had, as long as they were in my range of my hearing. I could hear them. And yeah, All Might would be like, so, why aren't you a hero? And yeah, Suku would just be like, my way of heroism is not favored by this time. And yeah, All Might would be like, what do you mean? And yeah, like, my type of heroism, I will kill if necessary. Unlike the heroes of this time, they will only kill if that's the very last thing they need to do. To them, it's a risk, but to me, it's just adding to my plate of sins. And yeah, All Might would get angry and be like, "What do you mean? Like, I have killed hundreds of villains." And yeah, and I would have immediately said, "I have killed hundreds of villains. Many of them were under the control of this All for One, but none of them." Every time I asked the question of who this person was, they went from being cocky to scared out of for their lives. So I would just kill them because because the ones that were way too weak to cause any trouble for society, I did not kill, but the ones that I knew could cause great harm to society, I killed. And yeah, I might be like, so your way of thinking is from the very old days. Yes, from the days of old. The way I see it, heroes are, their mentality is a tad bit weaker from back then, but it is still strong enough to at least see that killing is to see when killing is absolutely necessary. And yeah, and Zuru would also say another reason I ain't a hero because as far as I can tell, there's only one true hero in this world other than me. And he would point directly at Toshinori Yagi. You. Everyone else, especially that second hero, that second-ranking hero, are fake. They only want it for the glory, only want it for fame and money. Money, I could see somewhat if their families were crazy on debt, as if their lives depended on it. That, I would let that slide. But if they were just doing it for themselves, for the fame and money, I would not allow that. But the person I met today, I believe she has the potential of being a true hero. And yeah, All Might would have asked, so what have you been doing all these centuries then? Controlling the power that I had no control of, and learning every martial arts I can. And yeah, All Might would have. So, wait. When you say power, not quirk. And yes, you would have. Exactly. My power was literally given to me by God Himself. He literally gave me immortality and the power to control anything that has to do with this planet, aka Earth, so I can control the weather and any element. And yeah, all my so in like yes. But if you do ever want to and if you ever want to speak to me, or if you need assistance with finding a successor for that quirk of yours, a tiny piece of paper I would close my hands and then pull two of my fingers out and have a piece of paper between those two fingers and hand it to all my and like either go to this location or call this number if you need help with anything. Call me or head to my house. My phone number will be on here, and my location and my home will be on there as well. So, I'll see you later. Yeah, and then I would push the opal on my bracelet in my costume that I had on would go back into the bracelet. And I would just walk out and be like, I'll see you around, Toshinori Yagi. Then I would just go home. And yeah, the next day, I would just be walking around and I would see you. And I would be like, I forgot to ask for her number. My bad. And yeah, I would just walk out and be like, hello, you. And yeah, he'd be like, she'd be like, hi. And like, I forgot to tell you my name. Apologies. I forgot to introduce myself yesterday. Apologies. The name's Netsu. You know, I'd be bowing like a gentleman. And yeah, and I would be in clothes that would make her blush even more than she usually would be around me. And yeah, slowly falling in love. And yeah, I'm like, so, would you like to get something? Would you like to get some coffee with me? And yeah, like, sure. You know, I know no cafe not too far from here. And yeah, we would be walking together. And yeah, she would ask me, and we would be talking. And then a feeling would take her purse. And I would like, And before this dog could get any farther away, and at the moment you didn't feel like a purse anymore, I just grabbed the thug by its collar. Like, I just sway my finger back and forth. No, that ain't nice now, is it? But since you're a thug, good night. And I'd knock him out. And yeah, I'd drop her purse and hand it back to her and be like, I believe this is yours, you. And I would tie the thug up and put him against a pole and yeah. And yeah, you would like, shouldn't we? And like, soon will eventually call the police. But come on, I'm pretty sure this is a day off for you, right? And you should be true. But no, come on. Well, actually, no. This would be a day off for school for her. So yeah, she would true. And like, come on then. Let's get something to eat. And yeah, me and you would get to know each other. And we had a lot of things in common, actually. And yeah, then at the end of that day, I was laughing with you, and yeah, but I had a great time. That's you, but I had a great time as well. You, how about we do this again? But and yeah, she will be blushing, and but sure, and but before I forget, here, and I would give her I'd give her a piece of paper that had my phone number on it, and like, and yeah, I would like, here you go. If you want to ever hang out with me again, here's my phone number. And yeah, she would be blushing even more. I'm like, thanks. He's like, no problem. Well, everybody have a great day. And I would have walked up with waving back to her. And yeah, she would, and she would not realize it yet, but she is slowly falling in love with me. And yeah, and I'm slowly falling in love with her. And yeah, and that's where I end it off for now. If you guys like this, like, subscribe, and comment for more. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.